Hello Sagittarius and welcome to my channel Waiting to Messages. I'm Angel. This is the Jack and Jill Lantern Love Bonus reading for Halloween 2025. It'll cover October 25th to November 2nd. First we'll take a look at the dates that are favorable and not favorable for love, and then we're going to get some messages from the tarot. For a complete reading, and just in case something should not resonate, always check your 4 major placements: Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All the links to those videos are down below in the description box, along with the timestamps for your convenience. Okay, Sag, well, we have to look at your love reading this time, and we've got Venus in the sign of Libra for the entire time frame that we're going to be looking at. And this is a very, very strong placement that will be affecting everyone in a very positive manner, because once Venus goes into Libra, here comes the justice. Here comes the balancing, the harmony into situations, into relationships that could have been unbalanced before. Justice steps in, harmony steps in, beauty steps in. And if you want a happily ever after, yes, it's possible because we have Libra in the picture. Okay, let's take a look at our cosmic lovers and what they're going to do over us, above our heads in the sky, because that will influence us. We have Venus, as you know, which symbolizes and governs love, beauty, and harmony, and our god of war, who symbolizes passion, and he drives desire and the physical energy. As cosmic lovers, we have to take a look at them to understand the forces that are at work in our relationships. So let's start looking at these dates one by one, starting with the first day of the reading, the 25th, and we have a beautiful green heart for go. Why? It's a great day. We have Venus in Libra, which will sextile with the moon in Sagittarius. It is a perfect day for love, for relationships in general, and commitments all the way up to marriage. If you are single, for example, then your social life will be great because it will be very easy to meet people on that day. If someone should say, let me organize a blind date for you, say yes, because it'll go well there as well. It's simply a fantastic day. Then on the 28th, we have a half green, half yellow. Okay, there's a little bit of caution. Why? Okay, well, Jack and Jill here, they're not on the same wavelength on the 28th, but it's not that bad because, in fact, depending on the situation, you could be able to change this half green heart into a complete green one. Let's take a look at the details. Venus will be in Libra, and she will square with the moon in Capricorn, which means that it's not a good day to bond with female energies. Arguments can come up. They can easily be irritated. So it's best to leave them alone. Okay, it's one of those days where it's like, no, just leave me alone. But Mars, on the other hand, is in Scorpio, and he will be sextiling with the moon in Capricorn, which means that Mars will have the ability to communicate with their partner very well. They have a lot of drive to achieve a good relationship. Okay. Also, Mars will be trining with Jupiter in Cancer, which means that they're going to have a really strong vitality, a lot of enthusiasm, and they know how to act very decisively. Also, Mars is going to be able to help you make all the right emotional decisions. Okay. So with that in mind, with the communication skills and the correct decisions, what could happen is that Mars could actually manage the irritation from Venus, not to bond, but to simply to handle it. And therefore, this green heart, half yellow, could actually become all green. Okay, the possibility is there. Potential is there. Okay, let's continue. On the 29th, another green heart. Does this surprise you? No, doesn't surprise me because Venus is in Libra. I mean, this is the season of romance. Okay. On the 29th, we have Mars is still in Scorpio, trining with Saturn in Pisces. It is great. There's a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of decisive action, a lot of energy. And here, you're going to be able to think rationally when it comes to your emotions. Okay? What this means is that love becomes grounded, stable, well-structured, and therefore it's solid. Okay, it's not up in the air. I'm thinking irrational and then I'm going to regret it. No, you're thinking rationally. You have your head on your shoulders. Okay, so that makes it a great day for relationships. And this continues on the next day, because this is Mars. How does Venus respond to stability and security? Look at that. So far, it's all green. Okay, on the 30th, in fact, Venus in Libra will trine with the moon in Aquarius, meaning that the response is love, marriage. It's like the fantastic day for commitments and for relationships. Okay, it's a really unique aspect because we have Libra and Aquarius, two air signs, which makes it really, really beautiful, let's say. The feeling of love at this point, as we were saying, from the 29th, strong and stable, to the 30th, love here becomes very reliable. That's why it's the response from Mars to Venus is very reliable. And so Venus gives back a lot of love. In fact, on the 30th, it's one of those days in which people do not want to argue. They don't want conflicts at all. They're just very happy, okay? Just imagine one of those autumn days where all the leaves are colored orange, red, golden. The sky is a deep blue. The air is crisp. And you just think, what a gorgeous day. What a beautiful day. And you feel good, okay? You're just in love with life. That's the kind of day that it'll be. Now, I know that the 30th is officially Devil's Night, and who gets married on Devil's Night or who does commitments on Devil's Night? Nobody. But yet, from a planetary point of view, astrological point of view, it's perfect. It's like a beautiful, gorgeous day. Okay, the next day that we have to look at is officially Halloween. Are you ready for trick or treat? Which one do you want? Which one do you think it is? Cross your fingers. Sorry, guys. Do not shoot the messenger. I'm just looking at the planets and telling you how it is, okay? Halloween is not a good day. Whose fault is it? Mars. I got to point the finger to Mars, okay? Mars in Scorpio will square with the moon in Aquarius. It will be very easy for Mars to start an argument, to be hasty. Disagreements with the partner can easily arise. What is going to happen is, what will come to the surface is repressed emotions or moodiness. Okay. So, what does this mean? Okay. There's a lot of pressure on the 31st because it is Halloween. Maybe there's a party or something. And you guys, this is just an example. You go to a party, you're both in costume, and someone just decides to surprise and kiss a vampire. Okay, but you're not the vampire because someone kisses the wrong vampire by mistake because of the costumes. Now, if it were another day, another night, like the 30th, no problem. You could laugh over it. However, having this planet, having Mars squaring with the moon, it's not going to go well. Okay, so it'll trigger, say, jealousy or something, and the result is not going to be good at all. It was the wrong vampire. Either wear a more original costume or do something to distinguish yourself from someone else. In any case, it's one of those days where things can go wrong. Okay, so keep that in mind. We have all the other days green. And let's check out the last one now. The 2nd of November, perfect green. Like, take a look at this sky. This is what Venus in Libra does. Okay, love explodes and it's everywhere. It's saturated everywhere. On the 2nd of November, Mars will be in Scorpio and it will trine with the moon in Pisces. Great willpower, great courage, a lot of practical action. And if you saw the Tarotoscope readings before, the last one, you'll know that on the 29th, Mercury enters the sign of Sagittarius, truth-telling Sagittarius. So what will happen on the 2nd is that there's a lot of openness regarding love. That is, people are going to tell the truth. They're just going to open up and say it like it is. And that's one of the things that is really appreciated in love and what bonds people together. Lies don't bond. The truth does. Okay? So that's another great day. Beautiful sky. Let's go see now what your messages are from Spirit to be happy in love during the holiday season of Halloween. So happy Halloween, Sag. Okay, we have the King of Wands in the reverse. We're going to start off with the King in the reverse. Why? Someone feels weak. We have a king that feels really weak, like powerless, like, oh my God, I'm a king, I'm strong, but I can't do something. What is it? Let's go see, Sag. What is this? What makes you feel weak? Because be careful, because if you feel weak, and you have to do something regarding love, what's going to happen is you could be forceful, okay? And that could make you seem domineering, which is not good. Okay, so let's go see what this is and see how we can fix it. Yikes. Sag, you've got sideways cards. 3 of them. Okay, you know that this is your free will. Okay, so Spirit is going to say this is what you have to decide. Knight of Wands. Okay, still we're talking about love here because there's a lot of passion. We're doing Wands. Okay. Yeah. Here you have to... wow. Okay, how to tell a Sagittarius to have self-control. This is going to be fun. You can either be the charming hero, okay, the rebellious charming hero that conquers, or the reckless, impatient, without self-control knight on a horse. Okay. Wow. Okay. This is why I said you feel weak, but you got to be careful not to seem forceful. Okay. And Spirit's saying, now I'm going to go into the details. This is what you're going to look like. Either the charming hero or the impatient one that has no control. And you're not going to look good there. Okay. You have to decide because your actions are going to determine how you come out of this. Wow. Okay. We have the Tower moment here. Okay. Because based on this, you are either going to create a disaster or you're going to avoid a disaster. Got it? Based on your reaction. I'm thinking that you're understanding that you should have self-control. And it's better to be the charming hero. Okay. But Spirit is saying it's up to you. You have this control. I'm not going to tell you how it's going to go because this is your life and this is... You got to know that what you do brings you consequences to you, not to anyone else. And then we have, well, look at this. We've got, oh my gosh, look at this. We've got a divine couple here. King and Queen of Wands. We have a very passionate couple here. This is definitely a love reading. Absolutely. Okay. Wow. This is really strong. I'm picking up really strong energy now. Okay. And it was reinforced by the Knight of Sticks as well. Okay. You've got your Queen of Sticks. Your Queen of Wands. Okay. Now, based on your behavior here, like we were saying, you can either avoid disaster completely and make things go well. Okay. Or you can create the disaster. Now, what repercussions is it going to have on your Queen of Wands? Okay. Well, it depends. Your behavior can either make them feel confident, charming, self-assured. You can give positive energy to this person. Okay. Or you can trigger jealousy in them, low confidence. You could kill them basically, because when you remove somebody's confidence, you're going to change their behavior. Okay. And you're not going to like it. It could also trigger jealousy, for example, which is not very nice. Okay. Or they can get quite angry. Okay. You don't want to trigger anything like temperamental issues. Okay. That too. Okay. Beware. What you're going to do is going to determine everything here. I mean, you've got how you behave, the outcome of the situation, and how they are going to feel of it. Okay, this is how strong your impact is going to have. Okay, you're going to influence even the other person. This is, wow, this is really strong. Okay, and they are all wands. Incredible reading, incredible cards. This is not a coincidence. This is really strong. Okay, Sag, let's continue. Let's see if there's anything else for our Sagittarius. Yes, there is. There it is. 7 of Blades. Okay, we've got the 7 of Swords. Okay, and this is telling me, I need another card here because there's too many. Okay, this is already a very strong message. This is something else. This is telling me about either, yeah, I'm picking up planet. Use your head. Okay, think about this and plan it well. Do not be impetuous. Don't just say, okay, I'm just going to go in it. Okay. I'm getting a card that's saying because the impact that you're going to have is going to be so strong on you, on the situation, and on them. So everything. Before you do anything, think very well and plan. Okay. Take a look at what your action is going to do in the short run and also in the long run. Because it's not going to have effect on one thing. It's affecting everything. It's going to affect your whole relationship with this person. Okay. This I like. If you do this, you're going to come out of this as the King of Cups. Very wise, very balanced between head and heart. Okay. A very good figure. Okay. The King of Love, basically. This is what you're going to come out looking like if you plan it well. Okay. But you got to use your head. Got it? Oh my gosh. Okay. And here comes your queen. I got a peek here. Okay. Yeah, we're getting them. Incredible. Okay. If you use your head, because see, this is where passion comes in and everything is like fiery and like, oh my God. Okay. And it can go either way, disaster or not. Here instead, we're getting into the intellect. And when you have the intellect, the heart wins because you're balanced. You're balancing it out, okay? And we are in the season of Venus entering Libra, so there is going to be balancing energy here. Libra's coming in to balance things out because that is how you resolve a situation, okay? This is how you get your happily ever after. And in fact, in comes the Queen of Swords. Honest, independent, objective, very fair. Libra, okay? This is the Libra card. Okay, so if you do that, you become the King of Love, and in comes your queen. And then we have the Knight of Blades in the reverse. Okay, which is, okay, this is the card that's telling me what to avoid. Okay, don't do this. Do not do this. The Knight of Swords is forceful and tactless, okay? This is what you have to avoid at the end. Don't do this, okay? You're planning this out in order to have this perfect balance here in this couple, okay? And what you have to avoid is this at all costs, because this can happen, okay? Be very careful because this is at risk here, okay? You're going to look arrogant. So, think well, and this will happen. If not, okay, careful on this one. Don't trip on the end. You're going to be tempted to trip, to force it, and to be aggressive. Don't do that, okay? It's not going to be appreciated. Okay. Okay, Sag, this is up to you. You've got a really important decision to make. The cards are very clear. Okay, we've got the intellect. We've got the balancing the swords here of Libra. Down here for the resolution in which you do come together. Divine couple definitely present. The situation, the love is there. The passion is there. But you will be determining the outcome based on your behavior. And this is really important. So you better think about this really well. Okay, you have everything. You, the situation, and them. Okay, you have a lot of responsibility. I wish you the best of luck, Sag. I really hope this works out well for you. Happy Halloween. In the meantime, remember that you've got Venus and Libra on your side. Use everything wisely. Thank you, Sag, for being with me, for watching, for liking, and especially for subscribing to my channel because it helps me grow. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye for now. From Angel.